What's up? Welcome into your Daily Buckeye Blitz for a thirstiest of Thursdays, August 24th, 2023. Winding down this month. You know what that means? That means Buckeye football is on the way. Just a little over a week out, so can't wait for that. In the meantime, we have high school games to keep us occupied somewhat. Let me know what games you guys are going to, if you're going to any high school games. Love to see who you're interested in seeing, where you live. I don't have a lot of great football around St. Petersburg. Clearwater's okay. They're about 30 minutes north of me. The drive over to Tampa kind of sucks balls. I got IMG. They're about 45 minutes away at most. So maybe someday I'll make a trip down there. Thing is, my wife doesn't give a flying fuck about football. So difficult for me to drag her along. I could go by myself, that's for sure. But so let me know what games you guys are looking to hit up, and I'll keep trying to post the schedule each week of where the Buckeye commits are playing and if they're on TV or whatever. So, all right. So we're finishing up our transfer focus and our freshman focuses, and broke down, went in depth on each new guy. And today we're finishing a transfer focus with cornerback Lorenzo Styles Jr. Taking a page from his dad's playbook and flipping over to the defense, losing the wide receiver title position. So Lorenzo Styles Jr., let's call him Low Styles. 6'1", 185. They got him listed at 195 now. He was 185 back as a recruit. Coming out of Pickerington Central, April 29th, 2023, he entered the portal as a transfer. He was a 4-star, a 90 overall, and 189 player, number 42 wide receiver. Back in the class of 2021, though, he was a mid-level 4-star, a 9477, number 115th ranked player in the country, number 20 wide receiver, and number 5 player in the great state of Ohio. He will be wearing jersey number 4, so somehow got the single digit there. So let's talk scouting report. Coming out of high school, he had a verified 40 time of 4.47. That's pretty good. Solidly built, a naturally lean prospect, very good skill set, has excellent ball skills, naturally can track the ball in the air, shows good body control and ability to keep his feet along the sidelines. He's physical, continuing to get more explosive, and he'll need to refine his technical skills. That's going to be key for his development, obviously, especially after making the flip. But it's only been 2 years since he played corner in high school, so you got to remember that. Played good competition in high school, so should be a very productive college football player. He also was a track athlete, ran a personal best of 10.8 300. That's legit, and then 22.09 in the 200 as a sophomore. So he's coming in as a true junior, so he has 2 more years of eligibility. What else here? He played 2 years at Notre Dame, wide receiver. We know that. Played all 26 games. So started as a freshman and got in there. He might have, did he redshirt? I don't know. Anyway. No, he didn't redshirt. So anyway, started 8 games at wide receiver in 2022. He was their second leading receiver. Number 2 player in Ohio, according to Rivals, number 51 nationally. He scored the game-winning touchdown to help Pick Central win the 2019 Ohio State Championship and helped Central make the title game again in 2020. He was named the co-offensive player of the year and first team All-State honoree by the Ohio Prep Sports Writers Association in 2020. He was also named the 2020 Ohio Capital Conference Buckeye Player of the Year, All Central District, and Central District Player of the Year. So transferred to the Buckeyes after spring ball back in April, moved to defensive back. So Ohio State head coach Ryan Day has praised Styles throughout camp for how well he's making that adjustment. The Buckeyes originally recruited him as a cornerback. Styles said last week, quote, "I feel like I'm performing at a high level right now. We have a great D line, so that's helping me out a lot. But yeah, so far I feel like I've done well." Now the Buckeyes have three cornerbacks with experience returning. You got juniors Denzel Burke, Jordan Hancock. Then you got the Ole Miss transfer Davison Igbinosun, who figures to factor some snaps in there. So snaps are going to be limited for Lorenzo. He said, "quote, I feel like if I keep working hard, keep staying on the track that I am on, I think I'll see the field this year." But the transition to corner isn't easy. Styles, he does have a high school background at corner, but he's also able to fall back on his experience as a wide receiver and utilize some of those skills at corner. He said, quote, "I think it's actually helped me just because I've been understanding a lot of the concepts of the offense they've been trying to run just because I've been on the other side of it before. And then also, I just like trying to be a returner, just having those skills, having the balls in my hands." What'd you say? There's not really any other defensive guys back there trying to return punts or kicks. So I think just having that in my arsenal will be pretty beneficial to me. Lorenzo says that putting off all of it, he is putting off all of his experiences together to make this as smooth a process as he can. He also said that, quote, "especially in zone coverage, I'm really thinking like a wide receiver. If I see a route go to the flag, I know there's a dig or a curl coming behind it." Knowing those concepts really helps, right? He continued on, quote, "if I see certain concepts, I'm able to understand what the complement of that is. But then in press right now, it's just more so I'm using a lot of my athleticism just to put myself in position. But over time, I need to develop those techniques to really be there and get my hands on the ball even more." Lorenzo lost his black stripe August 16th. So that's good. He's officially a Buckeye. One thing I did want to mention on special teams, he brought that up, but also, he probably could get playing time early on special teams. I'm not sure if he's going to be like, your first team punt returner or anything, but why not give him a shot? As long as he can field the thing and occasionally get a decent return, seems like a good option. He said, quote, "I've been a special teams player before at Notre Dame. So I think just using the skill set that I had there, I've shown that I can be a great gunner on punts. That's good for me. I did kickoff there as well. So just being able to help the team out any way I can." Styles returned 3 kickoffs at Notre Dame, his longest being a 37-yarder against USC. That's legit, last November. So his speed could also help him in kick coverage. I would use him as a returner. Ohio State likes to, if a guy pops in the return game, they eventually work their way into the offense, like a Mecca, like Travion. Those guys were doing well their freshman years as returners. Then they eventually got more reps in the offense, so they had to look for someone else to start returning the ball, and they pulled him out of there. So it seems like Lorenzo Styles could be a legit option in that return game. So, and he's obviously been in a college weight program, college system for 2 full years. That helps when you're talking about being in shape, strong, athletic, strength training, and speed training as well. So I like the idea of using Lorenzo as a returner. So that's all I got for you today. Talk to you tomorrow. Go Bucks.